Oh, LeBron James. Oh, LeBron James. Come on in here. Come on in here. He came out and said that Giannis would average 250 points in the game in the 70s. They used to tell me that LeBron James was a student of the NBA. They used to tell me that. Uh, I got a feeling that somebody like Rick Barry probably said something about his game and he got in his feelings and probably lost some of his hair and he can't take it no more and he's probably upset in his feelings. Giannis, of all people, is not that kind of a player. But let LeBron James educate him on something. They put bows on your behind. Do you really think that Giannis was gonna go in there against Artis Gilmore and Daryl Dawkins? Well, you know, Bill Laimbeer did a video where he said that he had a rib, his rib was just little with Daryl Dawkins. Do you think that Maurice Lucas is gonna sit there and let you just bunny hop? Do you think that who I want to pick on? Where so and so is gonna sit there and let you bunny hop? You had enforcers back then. You had physicality back then. Let me see. Sometimes when LeBron talks and some people talk, they setting somebody up for failure. And let me say this real quick. I think Giannis is a great player. In fact, he's probably one of the most improved players I've ever seen in my life. And let me explain what I mean. His NBA skill set, when he came up, he was a plumber. But then he worked himself into corporate and then he became CEO. Because when he first came out, he didn't have no shot. Couldn't shoot no free throws. He was a poor man Shaq, raw boning it with just putting anything up there. Then he actually got better. I remember when James Harden called him a 7 foot, just run you over with no skills. He dissed him worse than anybody. James Harden. So let me ask LeBron James something. A guy that you have respect for in James Harden, because I know he do, used to clown Giannis. This was in 2019, 2020 when he said, you just 7 foot brick. He dissed him. Of all the players that you could pick to say, first of all, ain't none of them would average the half of that. Ain't none of them that I see today, depending on how they playing, I don't know if they crack 25 points a game. I'd be really hard pressed to think of who's playing today that would be a 25 point a night man. I can make some cases, but with the physicality, do you think Moses Malone wouldn't clap on Giannis? You want to come out tough and run? They used to knock your butt out. You think Kermit Washington wouldn't hacksaw Jim Duggan and clothesline Giannis coming through the lane with that? When he learned how to really shoot and score in the last 6 years. He was just not really that fundamental. I like Giannis a whole lot. Like I said, he's one of the most improved players I've ever seen in my life because he got on the ball. He's still flawed though. His 3 point shot is kind of janky. His free throws is kind of janky. And he's got a strong left when he goes to the room. He's got a quick first step. But you can get to him. You can crouch him. You can pound him. He ain't had to deal with that kind of NBA. No 3 point line. All that flopping and acting. You gonna tell me. And I'm gonna educate LeBron's dumb behind right now. You really think he gonna outscore Elvin Hayes? You think Caldwell Jones ain't gonna take a pounding on him? He ain't really looked at what went on. Oh, you caught some doctor. And is Giannis as skilled as Julius Erving? I don't think so. Is Giannis as skilled as David Thompson? I don't think so. Yeah, you know, when you start saying Back to the Future, you need some of that Michael J. Fox, DeLorean, or you need some of that. You need some magical powers. I don't think you realize Giannis ain't gonna have nothing for no George Gervin. Remember, those guys were scoring crazy points with no 3 point line, hand checking, physicality, and the big man dominating the paint. Giannis got Brooke Lopez and doesn't take advantage of that. You see, what I don't like what LeBron James done is I'm gonna have to break down Giannis, and some people gonna think I don't like Giannis. Some people say, "Oh, you now you think he overrated." Well, he had Drew Holiday and he messed that up, and he stuck with Dame Lillard. And how's that look? And Doc Rivers about ready to get fired, and they didn't mess that team up. And Bobby Portis Jr. He away, and even when he plays, he's away because if he don't shoot them threes, he's a one-trick pony. They don't play team ball. Now, if LeBron had said that Giannis could have looked like Oscar Robinson if you bring Brook Lopez in the 70s, I would have laughed and called cap, but that'd have been a lot more believable. But he don't even utilize Brook Lopez to set high screens, picks, and screens when he's going to the hole in a no defensive era. So how the heck I'm supposed to believe a guy who is pretty much a one-trick pony, who is bad? I'm going to give him his due. He was a league MVP, finals MVP, and he had a heck of a game 6 to beat Phoenix. All right, that 50 burger was sweet. But that guy hasn't returned. And when they let Drew Holiday go, and they didn't been through what, 2-3 coaches since then, that guy ain't coming back. He puts up great numbers, but he couldn't make it in the 70s. Because LeBron couldn't make it in the 70s. Because first of all, they going to pat your pockets. You like to rock and lean, the refs used to call traveling. Ain't all that bunny hopping, all that shimmy and shaking like you part of Fat Albert and the gang ain't going to fly. They know you like to go hard left, they going to bump you. When you think Michael Jordan told Kobe he likes to go left? Well, with Giannis, you have to make him, you get physical with him and you make him drive. He just learned how to start kind of shoot outside. Let that sink in. You think them guys ain't gonna handle you back then? I only talk about Marvin Bad News Barnes with the Buffalo Braves and the Bob McAdoo. If Bob McAdoo played today, he would be Giannis times 2. Oh yeah. You know how I feel about Bob McAdoo. Let me know what you think. Please hit like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another shit if you like, and hit that membership. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. And stop listening to LeBron James with his hyperbole, over the top antics and what he says, because he is setting turkeys up for failure. And he's also setting them up to look overrated, because ain't no way in the world that Giannis would make it in the 70s with the bunny hopping and the one-trick pony route. He'd have his hands full. He'd be lucky 250. He'd be lucky to get 25, maybe in a month. People don't know how physical it was back then. I'm out.